Back from the break here with Dr. Tom Butler. And Tom, we're talking about myths, and this is something you and I do on a regular basis, and we have this in common to where you and I both feel like that we're passionate about the things that work.
Yes.
Very passionate. But we're also very passionate about those things that have got a lot of hype and that people are trying to tell us, oh, it's good for you, it's good for you, it's good for you. No, not really. Hang on here. And again, why is this? Because it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. It's a huge industry. People are becoming more and more concerned about their health, so they're vulnerable. They're going to be played on by the marketing people, and that's why we're here, folks, is to try to get you guys to understand what works, what doesn't, what's right, what's wrong, at least in our opinion. I mean, I'm sure there's other opinions out there, but Tom and I have had 30 plus years apiece here of looking at these things, and we've seen a lot of things come and go, Tom.
Oh, yeah.
That's why Tom and I are doing this show, and that's why I picked Tom, because he and I are both alike on this issue, and we really don't care, again, who we offend. But as far as the vitamin side of things, and we talked about, and this is one of the things that we see in our industry, is that we're starting now in the industry, say saw palmetto, the active in saw palmetto.
Okay.
We're starting the beta-cytosterols and those things. We extract that down, we make a concentration out of it. What have we become? Much like the drug companies in a way.
Sure.
We're taking that and we're saying that this component in this product is the active, and we take it and concentrate it. And then in turn, we're also becoming much like drug companies when we're blocking reactions in the body, when we're looking for things to block or to circumvent.
Isolate.
Yes. And see, that's what's wrong. So in my opinion, prostate issues, I think saw palmetto is fantastic. Don't get me wrong. But whenever we start isolating compounds, instead of taking the whole berry and putting it in a capsule, we take the extract and extract it down and say the quarterback is the most important player on this football team, so that way we're going to duplicate the quarterback and make everybody like him. You would fail miserably.
Well, my thing with that is, let's don't shoot the messenger. But so the saw palmetto is not the problem. The thing is, when someone presents that as, here, you take this saw palmetto, well, I don't have any problem. Well, that's going to prevent you from getting cancer, or that's going to fix it.
No science there.
There's no science to back that.
No science.
Now, so let's go back on the saw palmetto side. Let's keep selling it. So once you do get cancer, if you do take the saw palmetto at a high enough dose, your fatality rate from the cancer is reduced by 48%. So to not take it is stupid. But to promote it as if
it's the end all be all, and it's the only thing you need, because again, folks, when it comes to cancer, no one has the answers. We wish we did. It's the most confusing, because you could do everything right. I know people that have done everything right in their life, they come down with cancer. So it's not something that you can say, oh, you do this and this is what happens. So we really don't know, but certainly we know nourishment plays a role. We certainly know detoxification plays a role.
And with prostate, our age, because if we live long enough, we're probably going to keep increasing our risk.
Our risk on all levels. I mean, and it's just simply because we're supposed to be here for a limited time, then the next generation takes over. But what we're trying to do here, folks, is to try to extend that quality of life. There's nothing that we have seen in the literature, Tom, as far as with these natural products and the natural approaches and things like that as far as science, that shows that it will make you live longer. It's kind of hard to determine that, isn't it?
Let's just do like a D thing. So we'll debunk a couple things. So D, I love allopathic physicians and chiropractors. All of us are trying to help. So the nutritionists. So the D3, the D2, the
Yes.
50,000. Anyway, so that I'm okay with all that. But does that do as good as sitting out in the sun for 10 or 15 minutes every day? No. Does the body like it as good? No. Especially when it's in higher doses. It has to filter that and try to figure out what to do. Now, let's get on to the people that put on sunscreen as soon as they go outside. Why don't you people wait about 15 minutes before you lather up? So
get a little sun.
Yeah, first.
Get a little sun.
Then
first.
do your sunscreen. Let's don't block it all
and
immediately.
See, it goes right.
And then go take 50,000 units a week. Okay.
That's an interesting point, because it goes right back to the excessiveness that we were talking about. In small amounts, very good for you. In large amounts, sunshine will burn you up. So we need to get optimal levels on these things. That's what we're looking for, folks, and that's what we're trying to do here. Is we're trying to get you on these optimal levels of things that we really believe in. And Tom, we've done a lot of shows, and we'll do a lot more on these products that we truly believe in, like OQ and fish oil and magnesium, and then juicing and fiber and all of these things as well. So we're not here. We're just trying to get you guys to understand that there are a lot of there's a misunderstanding out there, and then again, there's marketing people that are playing on you big time, and they want to sell you products. So they're going to twist and turn it and make it sound real sexy. We take all the sexiness out of it here, don't we, Tom? So we're gonna end this session, folks. We'll come back in the next session though and discuss further and dispel the myths on these things that supposedly are good for you on the next episode of Understanding Your Health. Thanks for joining us, folks.